Hey there, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Talk About Love Daily. I am your host, Kilfred, and today we are diving into a topic that's especially important for the younger crowd, those teens out there navigating the tricky words of relationships. Whether you are a teenager yourself, a parent, or just someone who cares about the next generations, today's episode is all about why it's so crucial for teens to wait before diving into dating or getting into relationships. We have all been there, growing up, feeling the pressures, the excitement, and even the curiosity when it comes to relationships. But let's be real, love or what we think is love can come at a really confusing time in life. So why is it so important to hit the pause button and wait a little before jumping into the world of dating? Let's break it down right now. Segment number one is the teenage brain is not fully ready yet. So first thing, let's talk about the science behind it. Your brain, yes, your beautiful teenage brain is still developing. We are talking about the prefrontal cortex, the part of your brain that helps you make decisions, understand consequences, and well manage emotions. It's not fully developed until your mid 20s or so while you might feel like you have everything figured out, especially when it comes to relationships, your brain is still learning how to process emotions in a balanced way. And this doesn't just apply to dating, it affects every area of life. So when you are in a relationships during your teenage years, you are likely going to experience intense feelings that are hard to handle when your brain is still trying to learn how to manage them. Sometimes those emotions can cloud your judgment or make you act impulsively. For example, you might feel an intense need to be with someone, but in reality, you're just seeking validations or trying to figure out what love really is. So, by waiting, you are actually giving your brain more time to mature, which helps you build healthier relationships down the road. So, segment number two is building self identity first. So, the second reason why waiting to date is so important for teenagers or teens is about self identity. This is probably the most important one, and yet it's often the most overlooked. So, teens are still figuring out who they are, their values, passions, goals, and how they want to show up in the world. When you're in your relationships, it's easy to lose sight of your individuality because you might get wrapped up in who the other person is or what they expect from you. Here's the truth. You can't fully understand how to love and care for someone else if you haven't learned how to love and care for yourself first. Relationships requires a solid foundations of self-awareness, and when you are still trying to figure out who you are and what you stand for, it can be really tough to give someone else what they need without losing yourself in the process. So before you jump into dating, take the time to explore your own interests, your hobbies, and your values. Get to know what you want out of life and how you want to be treated. This will set you up for success. And when you do decide to enter a relationships. Okay, so segment number three is emotional maturity and healthy boundaries. Next up, let's talk about emotional maturity and boundaries. Teenagers are still learning how to navigate the world of emotions. This is especially important in relationships. The problems is that many teens don't know how to set a respect boundaries, whether it's emotional, physical, or psychological. So when you're in relationships, it can be difficult to communicate clearly and respectfully about your needs. You might feel pressured to do things you're not comfortable with, or you might struggle to express your feelings honestly because you don't have the tools to do so yet. This is where waiting comes into play. And by taking the time to grow and learn about emotional maturity, you will have the ability to communicate better, understand your own feelings, and set healthier boundaries. Healthy relationships require some respect, trust, and clearly communications. And those skills take time to develop. Okay, so for example, a teen who has spend time learning how to stand up for themselves, express their emotions, and maintain a sense of independence, is more likely to be able to maintain a balanced and respectful relationships when the time is right. So, segment number four, focus on school, friendships, and personal growth. I repeat again, focus on school, friendship, and personal growth. Let's not forget about everything else going on in a teenager's life. You've got school, extracurricular activities, friendship, and personal growth all happening at once. And if you are constantly focusing on your relationships, you might miss out on some of the most important moments in your life. This is the time in life where when you can truly focus on discovering who you are without the distractions of romantic relationships. You can pour your energy into passions, goals, and building deep, meaningful friendships that will support you in the long run. Okay, so when you date too early, you might lose sight of those things because relationships can be emotional draining, especially if you are not fully ready for them. It's easier to neglect your goals, your friends, or your own self care when you caught up in ups and downs of dating. So the longer you wait, the more time you have to focus on the things that truly matters to you right now for your future, your friendship, and your own happiness. Segment number five is understanding what love really is. Okay, one of the biggest mistakes many teens makes if is jumping into relationships without really understanding what love is. We see it in movies, on social medias, or in our favorite TV shows. The idea of this perfect fairy tale romance, but real love, it's not. It's a lot more complicated. True love isn't just about butterflies in your stomach or spending every second with someone. It's about trust, communications, compromise, and understanding. It's about being there for someone through the good and bad times. That's not something most teens are equipped to understand or handle because they haven't had the chance to fully experience life yet. So when you wait, you are giving yourself the chances to experience different type of love and connections, whether it's love for your family, your friends, or even your passions, so that when the time comes for a romantic relationships, you will know what to expect, and more importantly, you will know what you need from a partner. Segment number six: the pressure and influence of peers and social media. Lastly, let's talk about the pressure, the peer pressures, and the social media's pressure that comes with being a teen. We live in a world where everything is instant, okay, and everything and the relationships are no different. Social medias and apps make it seems like everyone is dating, and if you're not, you are somehow missing out. But here's the thing: not everyone is in a healthy or happy relationships, and you don't have to rush into one just because others are. It's easy to get caught up in the desire of to fit in, or to think you're just somehow behind in life, or if you're not dating. But trust me, the most important thing you can do is focus on yourself and your personal growth, and only enter relationships when you feel like ready, and not because it's what everyone else is doing. All right, that's all for today's. All I've got for today's episode of Let's Talk About Love Daily, and this is a repetitions. I've done it this the previous episode about this one. And if you're a teen listening right now, I hope this episode helps you understand why it's okay to wait before dating. And if you're a parent or a mentor, hopeful this gives you some insight into the importance of letting young people grow at their own pace. Relationships will come when the time is right, but that's what's important. What's most important is that you know who you are, what you want, and how to love yourself first. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you next time with more love, more insight, and as always, more real talk. Take care, and remember, love can wait, but your future can't. Thank you so much. Until next time, God bless you all. Bye bye.